Hello! Back again with another episode. This should be episode 15. Oh, I just ate. Oh god, they're coming. Ugh. What a disgusting intro. My bad. Oh, wanted to eat real quick, get some stuff set up. I'm gonna record this last episode and go to bed for work in the morning, so you should be seeing this specifically on the 3rd. Okay. So, we got another tribe done, which is awesome. There's one more tribe left. I got this crazy ass axe that pairs really well with this crit build I've been doing. Or been pushing myself into, rather. Let's see what these people need.
You are here. I am Ingvi, for the Thoid. It is what you bring to the tribe that matters. I am my tribe's servant. I've heard the voice. The members of the Thoid tribe are preparing to fall into sleep. How do you think you can help us? If that's the case, I won't stop you from entering. But don't you dare harm her. If you do, you'll have the entire Thoid tribe against you. As you wish. I won't make any decisions about the dreaming until you return with answers.
Sorry. I'm thinking about something I saw earlier. Alright. Where are we schmoving? Ah, I finally get to actually look at one of these. Fascinating. We're wondering what these are for in the first place.
It gladdens school to see you here. Behold the dreaming, walker in the weirdness. Ingvi believes you may unravel the burdens. Ingvi's burden is to guard the village of Thoid. She awaits the right sign. Life, unfulfilled duties, once, but your arrival ended the vigil.
You don't just. I know that filthy swine. A filthy beast. Oh, how I wish I had cut them off when. And now he's entered the vigil, and if he dares try to harm her again. Senya! I chased Vilekin from her bedside. Then I need to find him. Because I saw him. He cannot be allowed into Sonder. His very presence. Good. Bring me his head.
Let me nab everybody else real quick. Quite a few people.
You are... I need help. My mate Sidara, we sought knowledge. Bodil, our... Find Bodil. And Sidara. Then, at last, we... Bodil's earthly vessel. As for Sidara, please.
Okay.
Ho ho ho, you're here. He's my friend.
Ah,
Well, not really him, actually. Before I entered the mother's dream, and, of course, I forgot. You will. I'd do it myself, but here, this is the key to his cage. And, please.
okay. And then let's grab this one. This seems to be the most fetch questy one so far, but I won't complain. As long as I get to hit things, I'm happy at the end of the day. I'm not a very complex man at times.
Walker in the weirdness. I need to speak with Yngvi. She must hear this before it's too late. That's exactly the problem. Please. The Giant Mother. To surrender ourselves to her care. Our Mother Goddess was a warrior. And what is this dream, if not turning our backs on our kin? Sunder is an escape. If we flee into Sunder instead of standing and fighting, we are on the verge of losing everything. I don't know if it'll be enough. Tell Yngvi that Rune reminds her of the duty of every Dolriada. The Giant Mother is not mother. I know my plea must sound desperate, but if that is the only way to save the tribe, then I will do it.
I think I value doing this first. I'll have to upload this episode in the morning. Okay, that's fine. I don't have my funny sound anymore. Oh well.
Walker in the weirdness. Ah, Runa. He has told you, I hope, how much he longed to become chieftain. But among the Thoid, ambition is one of the gravest sins. Does he now? Let me guess. An escape? That is what I feared. You're voicing my own concerns. Thoth and Mother? Who knows? Immortal and mystical she may be. The difference between us is that I face my challenges. Taking him at his word would be naive, on the one hand. On the other, my own doubts. Tell me, Walker in the weirdness. I will. You have my word. We've always placed our trust in intuition. Thank you for your involvement. You may leave me to my thoughts now.
Oh. I want to fight another four-bearer knight. Four-dweller knight. Okay, I was hoping I could just jump through those.
I can feel the change coming.
So I still have to help everybody else, regardless? I mean, I will. The XP will be appreciated regardless, so...
Behold, Walker. This is one of Mother's earthly faces. She watches over us now in the dreaming, as she once did in the waking world. I believe Mather watches your path with great intent, as do I. But
Nothing. I'm gonna beat this thing to a pulp. Oh my god. I don't know how strong that thing would have been, but woof. Every crit I'm doing is doubled because of this axe. And the first hit is a guaranteed crit, baby. Oh, that is Spiking into the red. Jesus. I'm so sorry.
Have you... Oh, thank Mother. Thank you. Wait, who are you exactly? Walker in the weirdness. That means the vigil will soon end, and I will see... I do. She's so still when she dreams. Have a good sleep. Thank you.
Let's go get that bird.
Yet, to await the coming of the walker in the weirdness, your arrival has lifted my burden. Skuld shall be your guide. Yes, Skuld knows him. He shall not see Mother's chamber. It was his right to choose. Step.
Before I do so, I want to talk to her again, see if anything has changed. This is stuff I can bypass because of what's been spoken.
What?
Guess not. Whatever. Let's get this bird. Before we do that, back there. Okay, good. It's just right over there. Thank goodness. I didn't want to have to do some long trek.
The throne. The room. The
I have to kill her. My two-handed damage will spike further and further as this goes on. Go obliterate this other thing that has now turned into a white, whatever that is. Thank God all these were close by. Snow jump scare. These are graves. Are these like souls? Can't really tell. It is what it is. Some of the calling here is in weird positions. This game feels like a Skyrim mod. But like, oh my god. But like in a weird way. Not a bad way, I guess. There are some flaws here and there, but it feels more like a mod than a game half the time. I love Arthurian legend and whatnot, though. I've been having a blast, but there's just so many flaws that pile up. Hello, another giant. Oh, I see. Look, I'm not used to having to swim to get to a path, still. Skyrim, Oblivion, I don't think ever really did that. I don't know, though. There's the white. Hey, my two-handed is spiking, probably because of the sheer amount of damage I'm outputting. That's also cool, using the giant as the shortcut to get back. I'm recording? I am recording. Episode 15. I don't remember if I said that. I was half paying attention because I was laughing at stuff as I started the video. I hope whoever's watching these is enjoying them, at least for background noise. Or maybe you're sitting through the whole thing. Maybe you like long-form content. I don't know. But I assume keeping a consistent upload schedule will help algorithmically, so we'll see. I just have to figure out what next I can start up. But I'll worry about that when I get there. Maybe I can play through the Titanfall 2 campaign. Go through some of my games I haven't played in a while, play their campaigns for y'all episodically. It could be pretty fun. Do a mission per video. Something like that. I'll worry about it when I get there, though. Not something I'm too focused on at the moment. I want to get through this game first, which I feel like I'm coming close to a close. Good chunk of episodes, though. We'll see if I can stomach doing a whole second run. I don't know, though. I feel a little miffed.
I felt it. You must send me to her. More than I have ever been. But listen, my body still clings to this world. Not because I wish to. Not hesitate. Strike. And yet, if you will not raise your blade, then I must forgive me.
Almost a level. Getting there. Let's get your bird.
Hello. Did you manage? Thank you. And I can already feel my burden lifting.
Just another one of these. Ooh, that's kind of funny. Interesting want. Cool. Assume I should kill the mother. Feel obligated to talk to the chieftain before I make any rash decisions here, because I want this full armor set. Just want to be sure I know what I'm getting myself into. Pretty. Very foreboding nighttime music. Its load times are getting a little worryingly long. $77. Good grief. I'll be right back. Okay. I misread it, but still.
Walker in the weirdness. Once they fall into sleep. That is my honest answer. Words shape reality.
Okay, I'll talk to the other guy then. This did not help the load times, I'll be honest. Didn't really lose anything doing that though, I guess, besides maybe... I'll have to make a whole... if I'm doing another run, I'll make a female mage, summoner, mage, whatever, we'll see. And I'll side with Merlin or Caradoc or whatever the fuck it is, the druids. I don't know. What do I care? We'll see. I'll worry about it when I get there.
Ingvi has proven herself a worthy chieftain. Ingvi...
So am I to kill the mother? Is that what we're doing? Is that what's happening? God, I hope it's what's happening. I need to bash more things in with this fucking axe, dude. Because it is power leveling the shit out of my two-handing.
You have come, Yarnsford, no matter how great or small their burden, but now they may step into Mother's chamber. Indeed.
But this is not the real Mayther. Mayther. It's just yet another giant. Typical. If I have to fight you, by God, I will.
I have watched your journey. I saw how you helped the lost Thoid children face their burdens. For that, you have my gratitude. Now tell me what it is. So you have chosen to follow the voice of the tribes and his fading hope. Gerfan, a man who so desperately wished to be a unifier, while I strengthened my bonds with the human children of the Thoid tribe. He believes tradition can be a driving force, but Ingvi's place is here, among us. She has no reason to remain in a world crumbling into ruin. The Thoid are not needed by anyone. Tell me, Walker, do you truly believe uniting the Delrida will change the fate of this world? The Thoid have suffered enough. You ask me to let them fade into nothingness.
Enough. There is no reasoning with the giant's stubborn nature. No matter what you say, she'll keep dragging you deeper into the labyrinth of her mind. That is why I ordered the giants to sleep. They reveled in strange manipulations, and so I speak. Whatever this one demands, grant it.
I was wondering how long you would stay silent. You have lasted surprisingly long. Nevertheless, greetings, Arthur. The moment I can tell you, face to face, that everything is your fault. This is also the moment I accuse you of murdering my children. Your human king got to know us well, having no choice but to obey. We left our children behind in the waking world. Quiestra, the child I once held in my arms, never dreamed with me, but I had time. There, I will dream, Quiestra.
I have made many terrible mistakes during my reign. I wanted to make Avalon our home, free from the plague, free from forces that would seek to oppose us. I thought that my return would restore balance, that I could prevent Avalon's fall.
Your idea of what is good is twisted. As for you, mortal, yes, you need the blessing of the tribes to claim the crown, but you will have to manage without the Thoid. I will care for them as if they were my own children. Indeed, you have the right to make such a demand, and Ingavi, she will accept the path laid before her without protest. Perhaps it is only fair that the last of her people remains awake. Very well. So be it, Walker. Although you carry fragments of the king's soul within you, the choices are yours to make. And you, Arthur, do not think you still command everything. It is done. Leave now, and let us dream.
I think I did the right thing. I just want to get all these pieces of armor, man. I'm being completely honest here. I like the nighttime music here. It's pretty intense.
Walker in... I don't know what to say. Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Therov for joining One-Eye's rebellion. Now I will have the chance to know real life. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe, but there is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury. The Thoid. We have long been divided, or at least that's what we believed. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path. I am still Thoid, and I am young. I am certain they will be. My role as elder was to guide the Thoid of old to the dreaming. At last, I will be allowed to grow up. It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them, with Mother gone. Perhaps we will finally build a true rapport. I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like, but something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the moot.
Woo! Yay! Oh my god, dude. Let's fucking go. I take it the crown... No, never mind. Never mind. Ignore what I was about to ask or say. Push perception up further. More crit damage, the better. Boost our two-handed damage even further. And now, let's get the last pieces of this armor. And see what it offers me. I'm hoping I get the full set now thanks to this, because I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, I assume, at least. I've gotten 3. I'm hoping this will give me the 4th and 5th, or the 4th and the crown will have the helmet somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. As long as I can hit things with this axe, I'm happy. Because this axe is awesome that I found. Oh my gosh, this is a not too happy place for my frame rate.
Yes? How did you manage to convince the Twyde tribe? You've done the impossible. Here, apart to the king's armor they were tasked with guarding. Go now, my king.
So where do I get his helm? Okay. I don't know where I will be able to find the helmet, so... Oh my lord. The wrath of God just beamed down upon me. It's time. I was hoping he would be back up. Oh well. Well, I'm hoping I could find his crown or helmet somewhere, but we'll see. Oof. Jostler. Do I need all this encumbrance shit? Whatever. Not like I've really found anything else better. This is spiking my two-handed up so fast. Hell yeah. take it back. One sec. No fucking way. You can get them. Big fucking shield though. I'm definitely just keeping these for the sake of it. I guess I'm half wrong, but I'm still upset it's not a weapon. Man, well, I'm glad you can get your hands on the Forge Dweller shields, but it's kind of a shame that they're not like bladed shields like I was hoping for. Oh well. I'm definitely keeping these with me though, because this is just funny. Onwards. Maybe I could check the two main shopkeepers I sold to see if I can find or get my hands on the maybe the crit rings I've sold. I'm gonna do that real fast actually. Yeah, my two-handed is going crazy. It's spiking up super fast. I mean, I might as well also upgrade the shit out of this axe. And this armor, and yeah, might as well push this to the limit, so. I've been hoarding all these resources for so long, it's finally time to put it to use, so let's head to, I'm gonna head to the very first lady all the way in the first area. She might have a ring, she might have the ring, or some rings on that I've sold. I'm looking for anything with crit, basically, because the more I crit, the better. Because the more I crit, the more I heal, and the more I can get stamina back, or the chance I get stamina back, so. Yep, that switch is just to bring the elevator down, apparently, so I guess that makes sense. So, I'm gonna go do that, I'll be right back. We'll be right back into the action. So maybe some bad news. I think there is a set amount of time until the shopkeeper's buyback finally refreshes. Because I'm not seeing the things I've sold, and it has been quite a while. But we'll see. I'll check here.
Oh, hello.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot missing. That's worrisome.
God.
Oh boy.
Leaving already? And we were having such a good time.
Oh boy.
Good.
Oh boy. So either it's tied to time and it's just been too long,
Hello there.
or it's tied to save files. But that also doesn't make sense because then I wouldn't have seen anything else. So it's definitely tied to time.
Didn't think I'd miss. Go on. You found them? Grand halls don't always mean grand heart. Faith can erode. I don't want to imagine the terror that took place there. They paid a terrible price.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Can I not upgrade the axe? Oh, I can. Takes titanium. I need leather.
None.
You don't sell titanium. That's mighty unfortunate. I have to sell all of those because that'll make a shit ton of money. Very good. Lots of good upgrades. I should have it, and the more armor I have, by the way, the more damage I'm also going to be dealing, because I deal a percentage of my armor as well on melee hits. So let's just grab everything, all the weapon and armor rune stones from the stash, see what we can do. Such a shame. I guess I should have been storing all those rings, but it's just eking out a little bit more damage, and I don't care that deeply. Right, I'll take the ring for of a perfect warrior. What time is it? 12:26. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Just eke out a little bit more. Man, oh well. It's whatever, at the end of the day. In the mage focused run, or the spirit focused run, I'll store every single ring and amulet I get my hands on.
I'm an outcast.
I think getting this will be more valuable. I don't even need the gold, whatever. Good. Now we can tackle this. Once and for all. We're stronger, we hit harder, we take even less damage. I will now heal even more from my crits. I deal even more damage. I've got way more stamina regen. I've got way more dash regen. I light shit on fire when it's near me. I got 3 whole extra hit points. I'm an unstoppable beast. Look at that. I could have probably pushed to make my armor even lighter to try and eke my way into the light armor tier if I wanted to, but I don't really care that much. I'm gonna get fucking two-handed 100 in no time at this rate based on how much damage I've been dishing out. I'm looking forward to that. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's get to the task at hand. Almost leap to faith it. Leap of faith. Leap of faith? There's a giant up there. Have fun bashing that thing. Still got my regen ring on because why not? You know what? I'll wait until the end. I'll wait until the end of the episodes, like the end of the game. And I'll look through and read everything. Crimson creepers are fucking obnoxious. But, I mean, look at that. I take barely any damage. Don't know if I would have been able to even handle this, but here I am. It's another knight over there. I hope I get to fight him. So much leech in my kit now. A freak of nature. And if they somehow push me to lower health, I'll get even more crit damage and crit chance. Means I'll dish out even more. And that's awesome. Sorry, I just got an important text. 1 minute. I apologize for that. I want to go fight that other Forge Dweller. Assuming this leads me to where I think it will. Lead me to somewhere else. Interesting. This axe is fucking crazy, dude. Oh my god. It just mangles anything that gets in my way. Can I make this jump? Yeah, no, but I'm not supposed to be down here, I think. Yep. I do have a jump potion, though, so I should probably pop that in the speed boost. Hold up. Let's try that. I'm curious. What the fuck is happening? Unhappy ragdoll. Uh-oh. So I don't think I can get all the way up there, but I want to kill that floor dweller, but I don't think I can. Oh well. I need to do some math. How much can I basically heal on hit? Let's do some math. So, yeah, I'm not getting up there. Whatever. We'll do some math in a second here. Okay. So. Wrong thing. Here. So, I'm hitting for roughly, let's say 230 damage. So, let's see. Average 230 non-crit. And now we bump that up by 251%. Which turns it into... what's that, 2.5? Let's see. Is that 575 damage, roughly? But then that crit gets further boosted because of the axe. 100%. I don't know if that makes it spike to 1,000. But it sure feels like it. I'll say that much. And now, let's keep in mind, in my skill tree for crits, I'm healing 4% of that damage. And I have 203 hit points. So what? Like 4% of 1,000 is 40. Yeah, duh. But keep in mind, I'm boosting that 40 by another 15%. So, what is 15% of 40? Is that 40 times 0.15? 6? So 46 hit points roughly on hit. Maybe. Like, my math could be horribly wrong, though, from all of this. I don't know. I don't know how much I care either. However much I'm healing, it's drastic. It's powerful. However much I'm getting out of this. Well, there you are. Hoping I would get to fight you. trying to piece together how I would have gotten up here in the first place. Interesting. That would have been a different fall somewhere. Okay. I don't know how much I'm healing. I don't really know how much I'm actually dealing. I don't have any damage numbers, which is kind of unfortunate. I like seeing damage numbers. But whatever it is, it's healing me a significant amount. So, I'm hitting freakishly hard. I'm healing a lot. This is the final boss here, or the final boss of this area. Oh my lord. Oops. Ooh. Cool. Just wanted to take a screenshot. Oh, I can equip this. I think it made a picking up armor sound. Yes, finally. +5 to all stats. No way. This crown is just good for any build. Wow. Saying it's bumping, but I'm not seeing the benefits of some things, so who knows? What do I care, though? I say we keep pushing up perception. Oh. I might be able to just start vaporizing any stamina they would have had. Let's go.
I am his burden, the man beneath the myth. I am the face that time forgot, the name that was never enough.
I did it. I got the whole set, even the eyes glow. I mean, I didn't manage to find the cape for Arthur, but this cape matches well enough, looks tattered, and it's just got a really good passive. The 10% extra crit chance is also huge. Also, the +5 across all the stats is insane. Okay, gonna mute.
First, you used these people to win yourself a kingdom, and now you herded them here under threat of being stomped to death by giants if they leave or disobey. After all that they've gone through, all that they've done, all that they've suffered, this is how you intend to repay them?
No kingdom will stand with people like them within its borders. They would have to change their ways. The Del Rita are not ready for this. You know this.
You did worse than all of them combined, and you are the one responsible for all they've done so far. They fought for your name and under your banners. Does this mean you're not fit to be a king? Not ready to have a kingdom?
I left the heritage of Pendragon behind me. I severed the ties between myself and my tribe. I lost all that tied me to the past when I became king. I set a new path for myself. They are not ready to do that.
Bullshit. You forced them to go against their sacred traditions. You destroyed their identities. They betrayed their comrades because you ordered them to. They kidnapped the children of the giants because you told them to do it. Everything they did was so that you could win this war. And now what? You're going to punish them for being your best, fiercest soldiers, most loyal of your men?
This is not...
So stop with your excuses already. You broke them, and now you're abandoning them to starve or freeze to death in these damned lands.
This kingdom needs to be built on peace, Caradoc. Letting them live among merchants, lords, and ladies in Camelot or Timberwall. How would that go?
Exactly as anyone would expect it to go.
So we would end up with a civil war. Right after we won the war that almost annihilated us all.
Oh, damn you. I've had enough. I stood by you through everything. Even what you did to me. To Seawall. I let it all slide. I told myself it was for something. For a noble cause. But this is where I draw the line. I renounce my oaths, and I'm walking away. Put a blade in my back if that helps you sleep. I don't care. Not anymore.
I could even further boost the damage output, or just never use up any stamina. I don't know why stamina is like ammunition. So I could just keep wailing on them as long as I want. Fuck yeah, that's strong. But I've still got some locations I need to explore in the Forlorn Swords.
Now I remember it all. I left the best of my people here. I betrayed their loyalty. And for what? Everything. This land, it had a glorious past, but it has no future. There is no way to save it. I know. I see it now. And it was my decision that cost them the ability to grow and change. I may have been right about the diagnosis. Now I see I could have been wrong about the cure. The tribes helped us win the war. They were fearless and followed every order. They were the most loyal of all. But I left them broken. And after the war, their bloodlust was insatiable. I had to do something. This felt like the only choice. The giants sided with our enemy. We had to find a way to remove them from the equation. So, under cover of night, the tribes stole their children. I told the giants their offspring were our hostages, and that we would slaughter them if they refused to bend the knee. One of the most humiliating moments of that whole war, both for me and for the Del Rita. I come from the Pendragon bloodline, a heritage drenched in as much blood as that of the Del Rita. A heritage that pillaged and fought in the homelands for longer than anyone can remember, and unable to build anything that withstood the test of time. I decided to leave it behind me when we won the war against the Four Dwellers, and built our kingdom on Avalon on stronger foundations. Now we've seen that my bloodline must have been cursed. Caradoc had the clearest eyes of any of us. He saw things for what they were. And I think I destroyed that. Destroyed him with all I did. I turned him into this. And now he's only a shadow of the man I once knew. He used to carry hope. Now all he carries is vengeance. There's nothing left. Nothing worth saving. Nothing worth rebuilding. I gave everything I had to this land. My blood, my soul, my name. And the land devoured it all. I betrayed the ones who believed in me. I cut down the men who fought for me. I turned away from my own blood to build something better. And all I built was another ruin. I thought I was forging a future. I was just extending the fall. Do what you want. There's nothing about this land that I recognize anymore. All I've ever done got turned into dust, corrupted against my intentions, destroyed. Why bother?
Man, that's kind of gut-wrenching. I'm not like emotional over it, but
future king, you return. Speak your will through the mortal you now inhabit. Is it time for us to awaken? The Del Rita have long been our allies. Through their eyes, we have watched your kingdom fall into corruption. Camelot will fall. Your will shall be done.
Camelot has done nothing but bring about this ruin. I do not think the king is to blame for this. Not at all. No. Camelot's inability to grow and adapt with the autonomy it was given. Camelot's inability to learn and adapt. Camelot's inability to forgive is what brought down this downfall. I refuse to let that go unpunished. I will stand tall for you, Arthur. I will write things in your name. Perhaps it is not you that needs to be brought back. I think there's a different method we can tackle. Perhaps there's something different we can do. If you have given up on your kingdom, I will save it for you. I will do everything in my power for you, no matter what it may take. No matter the cost, no matter the struggle.
We are ready to begin the moot. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread. What is your will, my king? Glory be to you, once and future king. Thanks to you, Camelot will fall. Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalrida tribes,
The king's decision pleases me greatly. Nothing stirs a Volkir's soul more than the chaos of true war. I only hope Camelot's armies have the courage to meet us in the field.
The giants are marching on Camelot. How am I supposed to know they won't turn on us one day? The Stagfather was supposed to be our protector too. I'll never trust the giants.
So be it. My plans to rebuild the tribe must wait. I only hope that many of us return home safely.
Before we get to the final area, I have 2 more things I want to tackle. 2 more tombs that are left. Then we can put an end to this. Right, there was one around here if I recall. Let us go. Once in the future king, everything you have done and suffered for will be for naught. Will not be for naught. It will be for everything you have strived for. I will make sure of this. The hell you have endured, I will ensure it is not put to ruin. Camelot will fall, and Avalon will rise. The giants shall rule with an iron fist for you with the Dalriata.
Expecting such a grandiose visit, mate, and I see that you were brought here by some lad. That's kind of you, stranger. These halls ain't fit to welcome a king. Ah, right. Sometimes I forget that not everything's as clear as it once was. Back to the point. My name is Gavonin. The pleasure is mine, kind lad. Hope you find some... Your Grace. Anyone who finds their way here, you and rest like that, calls for a proper gravestone. They also bring battle-scarred equipment and And the dead? Someone to watch over them. If we do not speak of them, the dead prefer silence. Really kind of you, lad. You see, I once made a habit of carving gravestones in advance. Unfortunately, it slipped and fell. If you could find it. No, I'm bound here by an oath I made to his grace, but it is perfectly fine. This tomb opens only for two kinds of brave soul, and the king himself. I've been sitting here long enough to know what kind of knight visits the tomb. Aye, few in knights these days. No wonder there's so few of them come. Farewell.
Yeah, I'll find your chisel. I'm happy to stay here even just a little bit longer before the end. Not a fan of the weird frame drops I seem to be getting here. That's a little aggravating. What could this possibly be? That's cool. Healing on kill, though, I don't really care much. This is a very familiar shape to it. This feels like the Castle Sagarius, vaguely. Come on, you bastard. I know you're alive.
Kept us waiting. Your tombs gathered quite a lot of cobwebs and spiders. Best tidy up a little. Ah, of course. Of all the forgotten knights who never came, when you finally join us, you'll tell us what it was like. I won't deny my... I've met many who said the same. Their bones now line forgotten crypts, sooner or later, so yeah. No bold promises. I've been resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries. Unless, of course, you're pointing out that, in which case, fair enough. I came to this tomb of my own accord. I knew our time was drawing to a close. I had a few words with Govanon and with my own gravestone on my back. Sometimes, When men want something badly enough, I killed 5 knights. 4 I cut down during a tournament. The last I drowned in a river. Quite the burden to repent for. Fine lad. I imagine long ago he had more to do. I see. You pity the wretch who never reached his dreams. But I propose something fairer. If I lose with dignity, but if you fall, then you'll lie in the tomb. So, splendid. Here is my oath. Thank you.
Oh, just a whole ass summon that I just do not have the mana for. Maybe? Nope. Oh well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I will hold on to you, of course. Expecting to maybe find the hammer in there. Oh well. I assume the hammer is somewhere like all the way at the bottom, and it'll be a little obvious when I go and pick it up. There it is. Wow, +5. Old steel. Attack speed and crit chance. Ooh, cool. We got the guy's hammer though. More random bits and pieces to sell. Where I came from. Whoops.
Your Grace and... Ah, Savas still lingers then. Some nights wear death like a cloak. As for the empty grave, it doesn't mean the end is near. When the body finally rests in the grave. You did? I was starting to fear that one day I'd have to descend to the lower levels myself. I try not to go that deep. Sometimes I feel like lying down in one of the empty tombs myself. Thank you. It is a great honor to receive aid from the king and his companion. Here, take this. Safe.
Ashen Veil. Whoa. Attack speed, sneak damage, stamina regen. Okay, not a bad set for like a faster, you know, two-handed swinging stealth build. I assume. Just the vibe I get. Let's figure out what this other tomb is after this dialogue. My bad. Yep, cool.
It must be hard to be denied. what you believed was your destiny, to spend your life chasing the unattainable. It's no wonder they can't find peace. There's a grave ready for all of us somewhere. Did it frighten you? Why? Not your kind of company. You'll rest where you choose. Some souls are meant to wander longer. Whatever you decide. Go and seek the next.
Last one is somewhere right here. And that should be it. In fact, I could leap off right to that if I wanted to. Did it just become daytime? No. All right. The last tomb. Sir Galahad. I still haven't found his sword and shield, though. I've seen some players complain about this fight in the forums, so I'm curious to see what this will lead me to. Wow, that is a prestigious... These are some prestigious tombs. That's cool. I like the music here. I'll have to fight my way through a horde of undead. So be it. Okay, I was expecting Galahad to be a real challenge, but fair enough. It's not one man, but many. Something doesn't feel right. I need to go deeper if I can. There must be more. Here we go.
After everything I did for you, you won't even let me rest in peace. I swore to protect him until the day I died. I don't feel obligated to serve him anymore. It's not my fault the weirdness woke me, the one who kept coming back.
Let me speak to him, young one. Galahad, my friend. We come to you in our hour of need.
It wasn't enough to tamper with immortality on your own. You had to drag us into it too. Do you know, it was only after I died that I understood what you'd done. Becoming a Four-Dweller, Arthur. Really?
I've always valued your counsel, Galahad. But we were losing the war, and you were no longer at my side. I had no choice but to try becoming as powerful as they were.
Nonsense. There's always a choice, and you have made the worst one. How could you fraternize with the enemy? Go against everything we fought for? You're right. I wasn't there. If I had been, I'd have beaten you to death with my bare fists before letting you follow the advice of that old charlatan.
It was my choice, not Merlin's.
Keep telling yourself that. I know the truth. I always knew the old man was a manipulator, and you had too much on your shoulders to see what he was really doing.
I respect your opinion, Galahad. I only regret that we meet under these circumstances.
As do I. So, what now? You're taking my remains for a little trip, and I'm supposed to serve you again? Not that you're giving me a choice. If you take me from this place, my essence will be bound to your will. I never really had a choice, did I? The war, your transformation, it would have happened with or without me.
Probably. Yes. But now, at least we can see it through to the end.
Do what you want. It's not like I have a choice. This will be the last time you hear me fully aware.
Then, is there anything you want to say to me, Galahad?
Just one thing. May the weirdness take you, traitor.
Each attack is critical? Guaranteed critical? That's kind of crazy. Okay, so he benefits by being at super low HP values. Guaranteed crits on every strike. I'll have to try it out. That's... Man, I need to get my hands on the soundtrack for this game. Very pretty. Guaranteed crits on every hit.
And so, it is done. Now everything rests in your hands. Their souls and the fate of Avalon. There is. But before I explain, understand this, but it's not the whole story. Arthur and his kings still need to be released into the Wordness. Not yet, but it's a choice you'll have to face when the time comes. Nothing. Avalon will go on, as it always has. Should people live in fear of the Wordness, generation after generation? Or should they be allowed to embrace it, to become part of it, without fear? No. I want them to be more. My people may be close to the Wordness. What I want is for the people of Avalon to embrace the Wordness. Arthur and his knights are the pillars of humanity in Avalon. It's the best combination we could hope for. Releasing their souls into the Wordness would leave a permanent mark of humanity on this land. The Wordness wouldn't see us as intruders anymore, but as part of itself. Arthur and his knights worked tirelessly to make Avalon ours. Thank you. And before you go, I hereby welcome you as a full member of the Royal Geographers. May your paths be clear. Farewell, traveler.
Maybe that is the right decision. After everything, perhaps this could be the salvation we need for Avalon.
Galahad, but I hoped he'd died in peace. War isn't a time when you can afford likes and dislikes. Galahad was a great warrior. He made decisions no other commander dared to. But would he have been a good leader in times of peace? I doubt it. That's why news of his death in battle came as a relief to me. Men like him, once they gain momentum, are nearly impossible to stop. In that regard, he and Galahad the Pure were quite alike. He led a dangerous expedition, one of the most important of the Age of Conquest. Had it succeeded, the war might have ended much sooner, but it didn't. And so the fighting went on. After the war, I had his remains recovered and this tomb built. Over time, he came to be seen as a noble martyr. But who he really was, well, I regret the fate he met. Meeting him made me reflect on one thing. Somewhere along the way, things must have gone terribly wrong. I pity the lost knights of this world. I'm glad this one will have a chance to fight at his king's side.
Let's Let's see if we can upgrade this. Upgrade this crown just to push that power a little more.
I'll be.
Guaranteed crits on every swing. What an immensely powerful weapon I've just gotten my hands on. And I heal on every crit too. Keep that in mind. Do you sell titanium? It's the world's smallest fraction of it. Let's go store some of this stuff real quick. And then I know where a couple titanium outcrops were. I don't know if I care that deeply. So, because I'm still dishing out a lot of damage, so. I still haven't gotten Excalibur itself. Can I head back? Now I'm curious. Can I pull out Excalibur proper now that I have everything? And actually wield it alongside the shield of Palamedes? I'm hoping so. I've done so much. But it is soon time for things to end, as all things must. I'm gonna rename all those episodes to First Run instead. What if I go talk to the guy in here? Where could Excalibur... I don't get why I can't wield these, you know? Oh. Let's check the guide. I'll be right back. Or, sorry, let me check the forums, see if there's anything about it. I can't find anything about actually being able to truly wield Excalibur. And I guess, given the sheer size of it, maybe it would make for a good two-hander, but it's kind of a shame. Oh well, what a waste. It is what it is. Let's finally put this to rest. For everything we've done. Where is the last location? Let's see where we need to go. So I can get this done. Go to bed, and then I'll do like a retrospective or something on it. Ugh. Connacht. One to the south. Where does he want me? The Charred Conclave. I don't know where that is. Okay, that makes sense, as I had a feeling I'd have to go somewhere up here. Last area to tackle. If that stag is still walking around after what happened. Yep. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Guaranteed crits on every swing is pretty damn crazy, I won't lie. I could have put some relics on this. Whatever. I'll be healing every single swing, and I'll be doing absurd amounts of damage anyway, so what is it, you know? It is what it is. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. So this was the place that was burned. Seems I might be able to crit on top of the crit. Maybe. Hit them so fucking hard they explode. Nothing but wrath and rage felt here. There must have been a better way. Meteorite's cool, but it's not what I need. That's fine. Let's finish this once and for all. I will keep this episode going as long as I need to. Okay.
So, you finally made it. I hope you're ready. Ready to finish your journey, of course. You've come far, but every path ends somewhere. Philosophically, not you specifically, but someone like you. This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids. Well, death doesn't always mean an ending, and so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world. To greet you, I was once where you are now, and here I found my answers. Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning. Why waste time here talking about it when you're... Just remember, once you step through, there's no going back. But if you've come this far, I suppose you already knew that. Go on. He's waiting for you. Go on.
Point of no return. It is time. Oof. Whoa. What are you? Monstrous creature.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Few dare to seek the truths buried in Avalon shadows. And now, here you are. Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am Orin. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. What lingers here, it's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form, raw potential, unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time. Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you. Yes. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough, so they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed. I tried, and I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. Finding it needed more than magic. The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. That's why you found the king's soul, bound it to yourself and came back. You flattered me. No, I can see you're still doubting me. I want to bring back our king, whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon's future. Won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job. They will follow him. That's what people do. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. Now you need to go further. I made my case. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Music is very beautiful. Oh, Castlevania.
I was there when it all began. We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. But then came the cost. We turned from knights into butchers. At first I told myself it was necessary. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, and no man should have the power to demand such sacrifices. But do you understand why I want it so much? I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man. I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. I just want to watch it all come down. What comes after? That's for the ones still standing to figure out.
That's why I'm gonna kill you.
Then let it. If this world can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall. Let them stand, let them fall. At least it won't be another king's failure. Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. A puppet king. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't. I've lived longer than any man should. Arthur isn't Avalon's hope. He's its curse. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand. Resurrecting Arthur. Infusing him with powers of the weirdness. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered. This cannot be allowed to continue. Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined. But now, here we are. You've brought Arthur's soul back together. So, thank you for bringing us to this moment. You're close now. Just one more step, and then we'll meet again. Go. Find the last piece, and let's end this.
Your rage will be your downfall. I will not let Avalon fall just because you cannot move on. I will not let Avalon fall off of the whims of one man refused to stand by when he was needed most. I will do what I must, at any cost. Even if I have to become Arthur. Even if it means merging the weirdness with all of humanity. I will do whatever it takes to bring Avalon to its greatness. I will do whatever it takes to make Avalon stand above the rest. I will do whatever is necessary for these beautiful lands to thrive. One last look at how far we've come. And here we are now. The end of everything. One simple man with a goal for greatness. And for what? What more could you ask for?
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please, don't come any closer. Just let me finally die. Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices? Or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing. Orin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other. People always seek something to follow. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. I want release. Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Let me die. Not as Arthur. Not as the king. Just as a simple, normal human being.
Human part of Arthur's soul. Without you, he can't be whole.
Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me anymore?
You've been through a lot, but there has to be another way that doesn't involve your ultimate death.
Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough.
Don't you care what happens next with your kingdom?
I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is? To finally not care what happens next? Whether Orin gets his king or Caradoc gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures? To not see my memory tarnished? My plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud? To not see the suffering my name causes? No more deaths in my shadow. Do what you think is right. That's all I can tell you. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You
Just let me go. Let me finally rest. Let me die. Please.
As you wish, my king. You're right. Avalon doesn't need another King Arthur. It needs someone new. Something stronger. Something that will uphold the foundation strong. Something greater, something reliable, something everlasting.
Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. Now you need to go further. I made my case. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Go on. He's waiting for you.
Let me go.
The Holy Grail.
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow. He shall find his way home. The tear between the worlds shall close. You will vanish into the story you chose to restore. You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you. You will shape the world to become its witness. You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed.
I do not trust Orn, for we do not want to bring just the king back. I do not trust Caradoc, for I think removing the symbol of man is unnecessary and outright dangerous. I don't want to give the soul to somebody else, someone who hasn't been through this journey, someone who doesn't understand. But what about the Weavers or myself? After everything I've been through and how strong I stood by, the nights I've gathered. What would be best? To rule Avalon in his name? Or to let the kings rest, and myself and my journey come to an end? Let this weirdness merge, let the suffering end. Avalon will have a true victory then. A true peace.
Then the prince will ascend and return to his mother. The heart shall cease its bleeding. Through his ascension, the weirdness will be tamed.
It is time.
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
This is where it ends. We merge the weirdness with mankind for Avalon. Thus ends my story. But a new story will begin. One following a survivor of the Druids. Someone who seethes with rage towards what King Arthur had done to his people. But that is a story for another time. Let this one end.
You uncovered the truth buried in the weirdness and used it to return Arthur to where he truly belonged, ending the cycle and securing Avalon's future. The Four-Dweller Mother's heart, no longer bleeding, sealed the wound in the world, and with it, ended the Red Death that had stolen so many lives. And so, the legend of King Arthur began to fade. In its place grew a stronger Avalon, where the weirdness was no longer feared, but understood. Because of you, the men here remained and the Kuanacht endured, not just as a place, but as a legacy of quiet defiance and hope. Lord Yvain was remembered as a hero who gathered the wise and set out in search of the Grail, while Kuanacht stood as a peaceful haven amid the weirdness. You awakened the giants, and with them at their side, the Dal Rita conquered Camelot. As the capital fell, the customs of the tribes spread across Avalon. Not everyone welcomed them, but the change had already taken root. Firgas remained captain of the Horns of the South. Under his leadership, the Horns honored their old traditions and returned under Camelot's banner, securing order along the southern frontier. Nianta left Kuanacht with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Magot left Kuanacht alongside Yvain, surprising many who had long considered him harmless and weak. His fate remained unknown, but in time, the people spoke proudly of the last druid, claiming him as one of their own. Urfre left Kuanacht alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect. With Frail as their new matron, the Volca pulled even further away from the Dal Rita. Hidden among the snowy peaks, they focused on rebuilding their tribe and strengthening their numbers. The berserkers they had once been famed for became fewer and fewer, until all that was left was a fading name, half remembered and half feared. Ingui turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Stronar's leadership, the Ulfra found new strength. He rebuilt the tribe and reunited them with the rest of the Dal Rita, restoring their place among the tribes of the Forlorn Swords. With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken, Balaam led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines. You accepted the mycelium's offer and let the spores consume Sagramor's body. Now the kingdom lies under fungal control, its people connected, obedient, and slowly fading into the roots that feed the spores. After you fell to the Red Death, Bior withdrew from the world. He claimed he would never give his heart again. carrying your memory in silence for the rest of his days. Killian served as quartermaster of the Horns of the South, until one night his thirst for blood drove him to murder a fellow keeper. He was caught in the act and brought to a swift end.
Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. What an enjoyable, yet frustrating experience at times. But I will go into a full, in-depth review and retrospective on Sensei James Z. But not tonight. That will be for another time. I am tired and I need to rest. But keep in mind, this is not the end of this. There will be another. So thank you. Thank you for watching Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. And look forward to the next story of the mage.